Hello, hello, hello. It's Sonia Hawkins here. Make sure that you check in and say, hey, girl, hey, let me know that you were here. And listen, I am going to talk about something that I get so many questions about, and it's how to engage your people on social media, right? So, lots of us created groups and things like that back in the day. Okay, a few years ago, maybe. Some of you, maybe even just a few months ago. But we created these groups, and for a while they were going great. And then all of a sudden it seemed like, oh, right? No engagement. Who here totally gets that? Who understands? Who has had that problem? And so people are constantly asking, how are you continuing to build on social media when I don't seem to get very many responses? Well, I am going to tell you one thing really quick. First and foremost, that might shock you. That might shock you. Okay. So, even though well over 1 million people log into, let's just talk about Facebook, that is the main platform that I play on quite personally. I am involved in some of the others, but not nearly as much. But Facebook alone, there's well over 1 million people who log into Facebook daily and spend at least 30 minutes on Facebook. However, however, did you know that only about 3% of your friends on your Facebook friends list or within your Facebook VIP groups, only 3% actually see what you post? There you have it. There you have it. So therein lies the problem. Unless your post has lots of feedback, lots of comments, lots of participation, then Facebook just feels like, nobody really cares. We're not going to show it to anybody else. Terrible? Like, how dare you, right? And if you don't believe me, go to Facebook right now. Check out just your regular personal page, start scrolling through the timeline, not just your timeline, but just, the normal Facebook page where it's showing you all the different friends that are posting. How many of them are your actual Facebook friends, and how many of those posts are posts that Facebook is pushing to you that are not your friends, but are posts that are doing great, have gone viral, so to speak, have tons of comments, and so Facebook is showing you? That's how you know. That's how you know. It's only the ones with lots of comments that more and more people are seeing. And so the question is, how do you get comments? How do you get comments? Well, I am so glad that you asked. And so let me not take credit for this idea. I got this particular idea from a direct sales coach by the name of Janet Parks. I absolutely love a lot of the things that she's teaching. I've listened to a lot of coaches, and I mean a lot over the years, and by far she is the one that I have enjoyed the most because she affirmed and confirmed a lot of the things that I had already been doing that had been working for me, but she explained them to the extent that I understood why they were working. Have you ever done something you're not really sure why it works, but because it works, you keep doing it? Well, I admit in a lot of ways on social media, I've had great success, but some of the things that I've done, I really didn't know the reasonings behind them. Okay, yeah, let me silence the phone, right? I really didn't know the reasons behind them. I simply did them. I simply did them, and that was it. And they worked, so I kept doing them. But she really explains a lot of background, and she does a lot of research, I assume a lot of research on how social media works and things like that. And so she was able to really explain a lot of things that made perfect sense to me and really just reaffirm some things that I was already doing and some things that I need to go back to doing that I stopped. So, anyway, she came up with this idea called weekly signature events, and I absolutely love it. And so I want to introduce it to you. And now, let me just put this out there. I am with Mary Kay. And so my material is geared towards Mary Kay. However, you can do a weekly signature event no matter what business you're with. even if you offer just a service, even if you're just giving drum lessons, whatever it is, if you have a private customer or VIP group or a business page, you want more engagement. And this is one of the ways that's going to help you. So let me just explain what it looks like. And you don't have to call it a weekly signature event. You can come up with your own fantastic name. And let me just tell you, Google and or chat gpt are your friends. If you know how to work those things and AI and all that stuff, you can come up with lots of naming ideas. So I've seen some people call it girls' night in. Me personally, I do it in about 4 different Facebook groups, and I call it Friday night in because, of course, they're in, they're not out. And I have both a mix of males and females. And so I didn't want to call it girls' night in, but there's lots of different names you can call it. And what it is, it's a series of posts that have most of them have nothing to do with the products or services that you offer. You're like, what the heck? Well, here's the thing. People want to talk, they want to socialize, and more important, they want to share their opinion. Everyone loves to give their opinion all day long on social media. You see people spouting their opinion, good, bad, or other, right? And so these posts are really just all about getting engagement. Now, your products and services are going to be included, but the bulk of what's happening is getting people talking and having fun within your customer base. That's the idea. And so, what I like to do is a series of 10 posts, one post every 3 minutes. And so, for instance, if you start that at 6 p.m., the first post is going to be at 6 p.m., the second one at 6:03, the next one 6:06, 6:09, and so forth, all the way until the 10th one at 6:27. And then I go live at 6:30 for 5 to 10 minutes, and boom, that's it. And so, what does that look like? What does the content look like? Well, I tell you what, there's something different for me every single week. And you don't have to do this every single week to start. In order to have something work, you do need to be consistent. And I would dare you to be consistent for at least 90 days before you decide whether or not this is working or not working for you. So you can do it weekly, you can do bi weekly, you can do once a month. I don't think that's going to be nearly as good, but however you want to do it. Okay. And so every single week, I'm doing it weekly. I have a different theme every week. So there was a 1 week in early September where my theme was back to school, but it was back to beauty school. And so I don't remember all the questions off the top of my head, but there were just a lot of this or that posts. So maybe post one was a this or that, and tell me um whether or not you were a school jock or a school nerd, whatever, just different things like that. On the first day of school, would you rather have, I don't know, a new backpack or a new outfit? There were just lots of different back to school things. Who was your favorite lunchbox character? Was it this person or that person? So lots of fun posts where everyone can share an opinion with a quick answer. It was fun. People were reminiscing, people were laughing. I've had, let's see, another one that I did that was fall treats. And so it was just a lot of, again, this or that post about whether or not they preferred candied apples or caramel apples, cheese popcorn or caramel popcorn. Just lots of different fall treats. So those are the bulk of the posts. It's lots of fun, this and that. I've also done riddle nights where I had just fun riddles. I can't think of those right now. I can't think of what any of those are at the moment. But my only problem with the riddles is that eventually I had to go back and answer the riddles, and that required me to remember to go back. But anyway, that's a whole nother deal. So that's the idea. You're getting people commenting, they're having fun, they're enjoying it. It's super fun. Everyone's laughing. And of course, the way you keep those comments going are two different ways. Number one, you encourage throughout the post that people comment on all 10 posts and tune in for the live in order to be entered into tonight's drawing. Okay, so that means they're going to go back and they're going to look for all 10 posts. They're going to be trying to comment on all 10 posts, and they're going to be ready for the live because they want to get entered into the drawing. What are you giving away? That part is completely up to you. It could be something tangible, but it doesn't have to be. It could simply be an gift card, so to speak. It could be, a little coupon that you message to someone for $10 off or 10% off. Whatever your gift is, it doesn't matter. It could be something tangible. Maybe you have something that you mail out. It just depends. That part is completely up to you. But that's part of how you get people commenting and commenting regularly. And you make a big deal out of it. And you have to keep reminding people, don't forget, comment on all 10 posts. So that's one way to really get people active. The other thing that you do is every time someone makes a comment, yes, every single time, reply. You need to reply because that's how you get more comments. And it's best if you reply with a question. For instance, as I'm recording this video, I just finished doing a Friday the 13th themed uh signature event. I call mine Friday Night In, but I just did a Friday the 13th one. And one of my questions was if they had to choose to be in one of these two families, which one would they choose? And it was Adam's family or the Monsters. Right. And so as people were answering, I would choose the Adams family. I would choose the Monsters, whatever. I would go back and reply to them and say, why the Adams family? What intrigues you about them? Or what did you think about such and such monster, whatever. And then they go back and they reply again. So you want to make sure that you're replying to every single comment so that you can keep the comments rolling. And that's how Facebook feels. That's how Facebook decides, I should say, that your post is worthy to be shown to more people. The more comments it has, the more Facebook says, I'll show it to a few more of their friends. This is starting to look interesting. More people are starting to comment. So that's what I do. Now, I did say that I include a little bit of product, and because I'm in a direct sell industry that allows for team building, then I do include a little bit of team building as well. So there's always 3 posts within those 10 for me personally, where one post is my 48-hour special. And it's whatever my deal of the week is that I just make up something different each week. And you can decide what that is. Again, for instance, the one I'm doing today during my Friday the 13th theme is I'm doing 13 different products that we offer with my company that are each on sale for $13 a piece. So for the next 48 hours, they can choose these different items, and there's 13 of them, and they're all $13 a piece. So these are items that are normally $15 to $18, and so they're getting a little bit of a discount. I don't give that much of a discount every single time. I don't always give a discount either. It just depends. But it just kind of went with the theme that I had going on today. So I ran with it and I love it. Another thing that I do is I always do a post about my business opportunity. Now, my particular company does its own videos that are about 2 to 3 minutes that talk about the business opportunity. And there's lots of different ones with lots of different people represented. So each week I show a different video of a different person so that they can see that it really kind of fits into all different lifestyles, right? And then I encourage my customers to ask questions about the business opportunity. So again, every post has some type of engagement question on it so that they can comment, because I'm reminding them to comment on all 10 posts. So even my 48-hour special, for instance, when I did the 13 products for $13, I think the question was something like, which two of these items are your favorites? Or which two would you most like to try? Think of something to ask. When it comes to the business opportunity, I encourage them to ask me, okay, no holds bars, no limit, no secret. What is the one question that you most have about my business? Or if I'm showing these different videos each week, I might ask, what is the one thing about this person's story that resonated the most with you, whatever the case may be. Okay, so that's my second thing that is more personal to my business. The third post that I have within these 10 posts that is business related is a deal or no deal. So I show them a flyer. My post has a flyer on it with 6 different things on it. So again, for this Friday the 13th thing that I just did today, there were 6 different pumpkins and they were numbered 1 through 6. During my back to beauty school bash, I had 6 different lunch boxes that were numbered 1 through 6. During my fall treats, event, I had 6 different fall treats that were numbered 1 through 6. And so what I tell them is they comment one of the numbers 1 through 6, and I will private message them whatever the deal is. Thought I turned that off. I will private message them whatever their deal is, and they can decide to take that deal or they can say no deal and pick a second number. But whatever the second number is, that's the deal they have to take. No more choices. And then you can decide in advance what your 6 deals are. And again, that is going to be dependent upon what it is you are selling or what service you are offering. So that's it. That is what a weekly event looks like. And again, it does not matter what business you're in, what you're selling, whether it's something that you're doing you all by yourself that you created, or an organization that you've joined, or even if you simply offer a service. This is just a fun way, a super fun way to get people engaging on your content. But again, you have to be consistent. And I would encourage you to do it once a week or once bi-weekly for at least 90 days before you decide whether or not it works for you. So just for watching this video and just for being interested, I am going to figure out how to drop a link to, let me think, maybe my Canva template. Maybe we'll do that. I'll try that. We'll see if that works. So I'm going to drop a link to a Canva template with one of the weekly events that I recently did, and you can copy it and try it for yourself. And if you want more, let me know and I can send you some more ideas. If I start to get too inundated, then be patient with me. Be patient with me, but I will put a freebie in here for you to try. I'll try to figure out, I'll put the link to the Canva template, like I said, and maybe somehow in that I'll also have the full script of how those posts work. And that way, when you click on the Canva link, you'll have the template and you can make the proper changes so that you can do it, customize it however you like. So hopefully this idea makes sense to you. Hopefully it works for you. Let me know how it goes. And if you have some great ideas for some upcoming themes as we're going into the winter, let me know. I would love, love, love to share some of your ideas, to put my own kind of spin on them. And hey, if I have an idea and you have an idea, now we both have two. So sharing is caring. Good luck. And I hope that your VIP customer business page, whatever you have, blows up, because the truth is there's room enough and customers enough for all of us. Have a great day.